Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tag video that I just recently saw done by HashTagFabLife. So I will have her channel as well as her video linked below. I believe she is the creator of this tag. Not 100% sure, but I am like 99% sure. So again, I will have her channel as well as her video linked below. I thought it was a really fun tag. So basically it is a makeup collection tag. There are 8 different questions about makeup in your collection, and yeah, if you guys are interested in watching this tag video, then just keep watching. Alright, so the first question is, what is the latest purchase in your collection? And I actually purchased something today. Go figure. I was at Ulta and they had the new Wet n Wild palettes. So I picked up the 3 that my Ulta had at the time, which is the Rosé in the Air. It's the one that looks like the Modern Renaissance palette, as well as the Comfort Zone palette. This is the one that they used to have and then they redid. And then I also picked up the Nude Awakening palette, which is this pretty cool toned palette. So yeah, that is my most recent purchase. All right, the second question is, what is the oldest item in your collection? And for me, I believe the oldest item in my collection is this Too Faced Natural at Night palette. I recently filmed my makeup palette collection video. I'm not sure if this video will end up going up before that, but in that video I was deciding whether or not I should declutter it because it's so old, but it still swatches pretty well. I like never use this palette. There's one swatch right there, but I feel like I should pull this out again because it used to get a lot of love. Yeah, it still swatches really, really well. So I think I'm going to pull this out and play with it a little bit more, but this is definitely the oldest item in my collection currently. Next question is, what is the best splurge makeup item in your collection? And for me, the best splurge in my collection is this Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting palette. I just recently got this actually, but best splurge I ever made. It was $62 for this. However, I absolutely love the way that these highlights perform. I feel like they're the best highlighters in my collection. They make your skin just look so naturally glowy. It looks like you just have like wet skin. It's definitely, you can work it up to a really intense highlight, but it still just looks like your actual skin rather than like powder sitting on your skin. So I absolutely am obsessed with this palette and I think it was worth every penny. So this is the best splurge in my collection in my opinion. Alright, the fourth question is, what is the best affordable product in your collection? And for me, the best affordable product in my collection is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. It is, first of all, the smell is amazing. It just reminds me of like coconuts and vacation. Second of all, it looks beautiful on the skin. It's so buttery. It's so easy to apply and to blend out. I feel it can work for such a variety of skin tones. It is, again, on the affordable side, which is awesome. I cracked mine and shattered one of mine because I dropped it off of like my vanity and immediately had to go out and buy another one. So this is by far my favorite affordable item in my collection. The fifth question is, what is your biggest product regret? My biggest regret that I could come up with was the Marc Jacobs Holiday Palette. This was $99, and while the colors are beautiful, this is what it looks like. I just feel like, honestly, the shadows don't perform as well as I wanted to. Like, the neutrals I've used, and I feel like they all muddy together. They're not as easy to blend as I would expect for such an expensive palette. The shimmers are nice, but they're not as intense. Okay, well, that one's kind of intense. They're not as intense, or so I thought, as I wanted them to be. I definitely need to play around with the shimmers a little bit more. I just recently stepped outside of my comfort zone. Like, this eye look today is outside of my comfort zone. I usually just go with like neutral brown looks. So I definitely need to play around with this palette more, but so far this is kind of a regret for me, and a big one if you consider the price tag. The next question is, what is your most used product? And for me, I feel like my most used product is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Foundations I usually mix up a lot, but this is just, I use this palette so often that I feel like this is my most used makeup product, with the exception of maybe the Mirror Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. But this is what my palette looks like. As you can tell, it's very well loved. This was one of my first palettes that I bought when I really got into makeup a couple years ago. I obviously had some nice palettes before then when I was in like college, but I have loved this palette so much. I love every single shade in this palette. I should do like a pan that palette. I love this palette. It's like nice. It's a nice cool toned palette in like the mixture of all the warm tone palettes right now, and I've been getting more and more into cool tones. I know the warm tones is the trend, but I really love the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and this is probably my most used makeup product. The 7th question is, what is your most reused or repurchased product? And for me, that would definitely be the CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara. I can't tell you how many tubes of this I have gone through. I am obsessed with this mascara. I often layer this with multiple mascaras. This is best for me for the bottom lash line, and then like basically as a primer or a base coat for the rest of my mascaras so I can get more volume, but this helps me just to separate and lengthen my lashes. And then I go in with 2 to 3 other mascaras to really get like the clumpy, full, voluminous look that I want, because I don't like to wear false lashes. But definitely this is my most reused and repurchased makeup item. And then finally, the last question is, what is the most underrated makeup product in your collection? This was a tough one for me because I feel like I buy a lot of the trendy makeup or the things that YouTubers are just raving about. But for me, I feel like these palettes don't get enough hype. These are the Studio Makeup on the Go eyeshadow palettes. Both of these I got in BoxyCharms, but I love both of these. The only thing I wish is that they had a mirror, but I have loved the heck out of both of these. So this is the brown palette, and it's just a really nice neutral palette, really easy for travel. I've taken this traveling. It's really, really nice quality. And then I also have this one, and this is like a cooler toned purple one, and I absolutely love this one as well and have used this quite a bit. So I feel like these don't get any hype at all, but I do find that they are really nice and really high quality palettes. So these would be the ones that I would say are the most underrated palettes or makeup products in my collection. Alright guys, those are all the questions for this tag video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will go check out #FabLife's video and also consider doing this video yourself. If you do, definitely link your video in my comments below so that I can go watch your videos and see the answers to all of your questions. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so before you go. And other than that, I'll just see you in my next one. Bye!